Hi my dear students, welcome back to the class of physics. This is Ramesh. Now in this class we are going to discuss about electromagnetic spectrum. What is electromagnetic spectrum? The meaning of electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but it is an orderly distribution of electromagnetic waves with respect to its wavelength or frequency. We can be able to arrange the electromagnetic waves with respect to its wavelength or frequency. That is called electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum contains 7 waves. What are they? First one is radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible, UV, X-rays, gamma rays. Here I am writing with respect to wavelength range. Here the wavelength range is decreasing and the frequency range is increasing. The wavelength and frequency are inversely proportional. We know very well about that. So here the wavelength is in decreasing order and the frequency is in increasing order. Okay, in this way we make electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, now we are going to define some parameters about electromagnetic spectrum. First one is radio waves. What is radio waves? I will tell you. What is radio waves? Radio waves are produced. Radio wave is one of the member in the electromagnetic spectrum, which is produced by using oscillators in the electric circuits. Its wavelength range is 1 into 10 power minus 1 meter to 1 into 10 power plus 4 meter. And the frequency range is given 3 into 10 power 9 to 3 into 10 power 4 hertz. What are the properties it have? The radio waves having the property of reflection and diffraction. We know very well about reflection and diffraction. Diffraction means when an obstacle is placed in their path, then the light wave deviates from its path. That is diffraction. Okay, so it obeys these two properties. And what are the uses of radio waves? The uses of radio wave is which is used in television communication system, which can used to transmit voice signals in the television and cellular phones. In cell phones also it is used to transmit voice signals. In televisions also it is used to transmit voice signals using ultra high frequency band. This is about radio waves. The second thing is microwaves. We know very well about microwaves. These microwaves are produced by electromagnetic oscillators. Its wavelength range and the frequency range is given. The wavelength range of microwave is just less than the radio waves and the frequency is in increasing order. Look at here 3 into 10 power 9, here 3 into 10 to the power 11. So the frequency is in increasing order. It obeys what? What are the properties it have? Reflection and polarization. Microwave is one of the member in the electromagnetic spectrum which obey polarization because electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature. Only transverse nature can obey polarization. So here microwave can obey polarization. The next is uses. What are the uses of microwaves? Which is used in radar signals. Radar signals for the navigation purposes. Aircraft navigation, radar signals are used. In the radar signal, microwaves are used. Speed of the vehicle. We can be able to find out the speed of the vehicle using microwaves. And also the one most important and familiar use is microwave oven. In our houses we are using microwave oven which can be used with the help of microwaves. Once when it is switched on, microwaves are generated. We know very well using this microwave oven we can cook the food easily in a short interval of time and also tasty food. Okay, the next. Third one is infrared rays. Infrared, as the name indicates, the color of the wave is red. Infrared waves. It was produced by heavenly bodies, that is hot bodies, which emits infrared rays. Hot bodies emits infrared waves. Okay, the wavelength range is just less than the microwaves, and the frequency range is just higher than the microwaves. Properties and uses. There is no properties here. Uses. Dehydrated foods. These infrareds are used to make dehydrated fruits and also to maintain the plants warm in the greenhouses. to make the plants warm in the greenhouses. Then heat therapy. Yes, that is one of the important use. If there is any sprain or pain in our joints, leg joints or anything, we are going to a doctor. That doctor suggests to make heat therapy, to get a heat therapy, because this heat therapy, infrared rays are used for, it is a therapy, it is a treatment. It is a treatment for sprains and pains in our legs or anything, any bone joints. We can make use of this infrared rays for therapy. Then next is TV remote. Yes, we know very well about TV remote. In the TV remote, infrared rays makes, it is a TV signal carrier which carries signal to our remote to the TV. So it is used as a signal carrier in TV remotes. Then the last one is photography. Infrared photography is very important one, because it is used to take photos in the heavy mist or fog, etc. If there is heavy mist, we can't take photo with the ordinary photography, but infrared photography is used to take clear picture in the huge mist or fog. In the night vision also, night vision cameras are made up with the help of infrared photography. Night vision cameras and huge mist and fog, we can't take the photos with the help of ordinary photography, but we can do it in the infrared. Okay, the next is visible light. We know very well about visible light, because we can't see without light. Even our eyes are good working, we can't see without eyes, because visible light is one of the most important thing to see the colorful world around us. Yes, we know very well. In this visible light, this is one of the family member of the electromagnetic spectrum. It can be produced by incandescent bodies. Incandescent means it gives light. That means luminous bodies. Incandescent bodies. Its wavelength range and the frequency range are given. Frequency range is just higher than the infrared range. Infrared waves. It obeys all the properties. It obeys reflection, refraction, diffraction, polarization, photoelectric effect, and also interference. All these properties we are going to study in ray optics and wave optics. Okay, so visible light can obey all these properties. It can be produced by incandescent bodies, and also the atoms present, the excited atoms present in the gases also, it can, the excited atoms present in the gases also able to produce this visible light. Okay, visible light, okay, it obeys all these. Okay, then what is the use of visible light? Visible light is used to study the structure of molecules, and the arrangement of electrons in the external shells. Arrangement of electrons, how the electrons are arranged in the external shell, how the electrons are arranged. We can study with the help of, we can study the structure with the help of visible light. And another one most important application is sensation of our eyes. We can see anything with the help of eyes and light, that is visible light. If there is no visible light, we can't see anything. So visible light important application is sensation of our eyes. Okay, the next is UV. UV means ultraviolet rays. What is the source of ultraviolet rays? The source of ultraviolet rays is sun. The main source is sun. We can also produce ultraviolet rays by using arc, ionized gases, etc. Okay. The wavelength range and frequency range are given. The frequency is just higher than the visible light. And these ultraviolet rays having less penetrating power. The penetrating power is less, which is also harmful to our human body. But when the ultraviolet rays are coming, these harmful radiations are absorbed by the ozone layer. We know very well about that. Without ozone, just imagine if there is no ozone layer, when the ultraviolet rays reaches our body directly, then it may cause severe attack. That means skin problems, irritating of skins, redness of skins, maybe skin cancer. There is a lot of chances because it is one of the type of radiation. So ultraviolet radiation also harmful. Okay. What are the uses of ultraviolet radiations? It is used to destroy bacteria because it is harmful. So it is used to destroy bacteria. We can make use of this. And it is a sterilizer. sterilizer, which is used to sterilize bacteria, virus, so any germs, microgerms, with the help of UV rays. And it is also used in alarms, burglar alarm. It can make use of burglar alarm. Okay, the next, ultraviolet rays are used to find forgery documents, fingerprints, invisible writings. We can find out with the help of ultraviolet rays. The next is X-rays. X-rays we know very well, we are familiar with that rays, X-rays. X-rays are produced by the deceleration of electrons. The deceleration of electrons, high speed electrons, when it is allowed to hit the target element of high atomic weight. When the electrons are bombarded, the high energy electrons, the kinetic energy of the electron is very high, because when we are accelerated these electrons, when the accelerated electrons, when the high energy electrons strike the high atomic weight target material, it gets decelerated. During the deceleration, the kinetic energy of the electrons are transferred or converted into X-rays. This is one type of production of X-rays. This is the basic method of producing X-rays with the help of Coolidge tube method. Modern Coolidge tube method, we can produce X-rays by decelerating the high-speed electrons. Another one is electron transition of electrons in the orbital levels. We can able to produce the X-rays. There are two type of X-rays, continuous and characteristic X-rays. Well, the wavelength range and the frequency range are given 3 into 10 power 21 to 1 into 10 power 16 Hz. It's the frequency of X-rays. Its wavelength is too low. The wavelength of the X-rays are too low. Okay, this is very low wavelength. It was found by Röntgen. Okay. Its penetrating power is high when compared to UV rays. The UV rays having less penetrating power, X-rays having more penetrating power. It has low wavelength. Okay. The next, it is used to find crystal structure. Analyze and study about crystal structure and detecting fractures. Mainly it is used in medical field. We know very well, if there is any problem in our hand, it may be a swelling or any injury, we first go to the doctor. Doctor told you to take X-ray, because X-rays are used to find what is the problem inside the human bone. Is there is fracture or only just a injury? So X-rays are used to find what is the problem present in our human bones, and also for treatment, that is therapy also we can make use of these rays, X-rays. So X-rays are used to find is there is any growth of tumors inside the body. Otherwise, and also it is used to destroy the tumors also. Okay, X-rays are used for treatment as well as diagnosis. There are two uses. Diagnosis, we can make use of X-rays. Treatment also we can, for therapy, we can make use of X-rays. So X-rays are one of the important tool for diagnosing and therapy in the medical field. Okay. How the bones are healing. If the bone is affected by some accident or some type of injury, what is the progress of healing of bones? That could be studied under X-ray exposure. The limited exposure of X-ray will not be harm. Okay. That is about X-rays. The next is gamma rays. The last one is gamma rays. Gamma rays is one of the type of rays which have one special character. I will tell you. Transition of atomic nuclei. It can be produced by the atomic nuclei. Transition of atomic nuclei. Not atoms. Transition of atomic nuclei. And also the disintegration of some elementary particles. In gamma decay, we are going to study about how the gamma rays are emitted. By the disintegration of some elementary particles, gamma rays will be emitted. So in this way gamma rays are produced. Its wavelength is too low, but frequency is high, 3 into 10 power 22 hertz to 3 into 10 power 18 hertz. It obey what? Ionization. It obey ionization. It follows ionization. It has the property of ionization. This property can be used in many applications. For example, in milligan oil drop, X-rays are allowed to pass through the gas column and the gas column becomes ionized. So X-rays, gamma rays, where we use X-rays, where in milligan oil drop experiment we used X-rays to ionize. Gamma rays also having very high penetrating power. That is the special character. It has very high penetrating power. These gamma rays are also used to ionize because it has high penetrating power. Okay, so its ionization power is less, but penetrating power is large. When compared to X-rays, its penetrating power is large, but ionization power is less, but it can be able to ionize. X-rays are also able to ionize, but X-rays penetrating power is less when compared to gamma rays. Gamma rays penetrating power is very high. Why? Because it is neutral particle. It is not a charged particle. It can be able to anywhere. It can be able to penetrate anywhere. If the gamma rays are allowed to pass in one side of the earth, it will come from another side. We can't catch the gamma rays because it is neutral particles. You apply electric field or magnetic field, none of them can attract gamma rays. So gamma rays, the main property of gamma rays is high penetrating power. So it is very much harmful for our human body. Gamma rays affects our cells. It causes mutation in our cells. So it is very dangerous, gamma rays, but it has certain applications also. It is used to study nuclear structure. It is used to study nuclear structure of nuclei. We can be able to study the structure of nuclei with the help of gamma rays, and also radiotherapy, which is also used in the medical field. That is radiotherapy for the treatment of cancer, human and animal cancer. The radiotherapy method is used. This method is based upon gamma rays. So gamma rays also having certain application, but it is harmful. So the UV rays less penetrating power, X-rays high penetrating power, gamma rays very high penetrating power. The ionization power of gamma is less when compared to X-rays or UV rays. Okay, these are all about electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but it is an orderly distribution of electromagnetic waves with respect to its wavelength or frequency. So this is one of the important questions in board exams. Some questions asked from this topic. Okay, there is a comparison of ionization power, penetrating power, or uses or wavelength frequency. Write any two uses of electromagnetic waves which is having low wavelength, for example. Likewise, some questions are asked, some questions are going to ask, so you prepare very well. So I think in this class it is very useful for you. You understand. I hope all of you understand very clear. I think. Okay, thank you. We will see in the next class. We are going to start another new chapter. So till that, thank you, my friends. Thank you and bye.